Stop. Before you go for another hour-long walk today, I have a warning for you. Walking is great for your heart, but it's doing almost nothing for your balance. In fact, if all you do is walk in straight lines, you are leaving your stabilizer muscles to wither away. And that is exactly how falls happen. In this video, I'm going to show you why a simple 3-minute balance flow is more powerful for your independence than a 5-mile hike. I'll explain the hidden science that most doctors miss, and then we'll do the routine together, step by step. By the end of this 15-minute masterclass, you'll feel steadier on your feet than you have in a decade. Ready to stop just walking and start truly moving? Subscribe for more, and let's get started. Now, let's talk about your daily routine. Think about the last time you went for a walk. You probably put on your favorite sneakers, stepped out the front door, and followed the same path you've walked 100 times before. One foot in front of the other, on the same flat sidewalk, at the same steady pace. Your heart gets a little workout, your lungs are breathing deep, and you come back home feeling like you've done your job for the day. You feel healthy, you feel active. But here is a truth that might be hard to hear. For your balance system, that 1-hour walk is like reading the very same page of a book over and over again. Sure, you're reading, but you aren't learning anything new. You aren't growing. You see, our bodies have a hidden sixth sense. Scientists call it proprioception, but you can think of it as your body's internal GPS. It's the constant conversation between your brain and your feet. It's what tells your brain exactly where your legs are without you having to look down at them. But here is the catch. If you only ever walk in a straight line on a flat surface, that internal GPS goes into a deep sleep. It enters what I call autopilot mode. Think about it. When was the last time your walk challenged you to step sideways or forced you to balance on one leg for a split second to avoid a puddle? Most of us avoid those things. We stick to the safe straight line. But life doesn't happen in a straight line. Life happens when you have to turn quickly because you heard a loud noise. It happens when you're in the grocery store and someone bumps into your cart. It happens when you're stepping out of the shower and the floor is just a little bit slippery. In those split seconds, your straight-line walking muscles aren't the ones that save you. Your heart health won't stop you from tipping over. What saves you are the tiny stabilizer muscles around your ankles and hips. These are the micro-adjusters. They are like the shock absorbers on a car. If you spend 60 minutes every day only moving forward, these vital stabilizers start to wither away from neglect. This is the great balance paradox. We see seniors every day who are fit enough to walk 5 miles, yet they feel terrified of a single flight of stairs or a patch of uneven grass. They have the engine of a marathon runner, but the balance of a spinning top. If we don't wake up that internal GPS, if we don't force our brain to talk to our feet in new ways, we are just building a stronger engine for a car that has no steering. And as we get older, having steering is much more important than how fast the engine can go. So if walking for an hour isn't the answer, what is? How do we wake up that sleeping internal GPS and get our steering back on track? The answer isn't spending more hours at the gym or lifting heavy weights. The answer is something I call the 3-minute balance flow. Now you might be thinking, only 3 minutes? How can 3 minutes be better than an hour-long walk? It sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But here is the secret. Your brain doesn't care about how long you move. It cares about how deeply you challenge it. Think of your balance system like a high-tech computer. If you just leave it running the same simple program, like walking in a straight line, it starts to slow down. It gets dusty. The 3-minute flow is like a software update. It's a series of micro-challenges that force your brain to send lightning-fast signals down to your ankles, your knees, and your hips all at once. In this flow, we aren't just moving forward. We are moving in 3 dimensions. We are waking up the tiny muscles on the sides of your feet that you probably haven't used in years. We are telling your inner ear, that tiny level inside your head that keeps you upright, to start paying attention again. And the best part? We are doing it in a way that is completely safe. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need a lot of space. You just need a sturdy chair or a kitchen counter for a little bit of support and 3 minutes of your time. But before we get into the actual movements, I want you to understand why we do them in a specific order. You see, balance is a top-down and bottom-up process. Your eyes tell your brain where the floor is, but your feet tell your brain how the floor feels. Most falls happen because there is a lag in this communication. Your foot slips, but your brain takes a fraction of a second too long to realize it. By the time the signal reaches your muscles to catch you, it's already too late. The 3-minute flow is designed to eliminate that lag. We start by waking up the sensors in your feet. Then we challenge your core to stay steady while your legs are moving. And finally, we teach your brain to stay calm even when things feel a little bit wobbly. By doing this every single day, you aren't just exercising. You are building an automatic safety system. You are teaching your body to catch itself before you even realize you've tripped. It becomes a reflex. Imagine being able to walk through a crowded mall or step off a high curb or even walk on a patch of wet grass and feeling totally confident. Not because you're stronger, but because your steering is sharp again. That is the power of the flow. Now, are you ready to see how it works? Before we start the movements, I want you to make sure you have a clear space around you. Safety is our #1 priority here at the Fit Senior. Go ahead and find a spot near a wall or a heavy piece of furniture that won't move if you touch it. I'm going to walk you through each step, and I promise, by the time we're done, you're going to feel a connection between your brain and your feet that you haven't felt in a very long time. All right, let's get into position. I want you to find a flat area on your floor. If you have a rug that slides around, please move it out of the way. Your safety is more important than anything else. Stand near a sturdy kitchen counter or the back of a heavy sofa. You aren't going to lean on it the whole time, but I want it there just in case you need to reach out and steady yourself. Now let's begin with phase 1, the grounding. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart. Don't look down at your feet. Look straight ahead at a spot on the wall. Now I want you to slowly shift your weight onto your toes, and then slowly back onto your heels. Just a tiny rock. Do you feel those muscles in your shins and calves waking up? Those are your ankle strategy muscles. They are your first line of defense. If you trip, these muscles fire first. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Keep breathing. If you feel a little wobbly, just touch the counter with one finger. That's it. Just one finger. You're telling your brain, I've got this. Now let's move to phase 2, the flamingo tilt. This is where we really start to wake up the hip stabilizers. Keep your left hand near the counter. Slowly, and I mean slowly, lift your right foot just an inch off the ground. You don't need to kick it high, just an inch. Now, here is the secret. I want you to imagine there is a glass of water sitting on your head. Don't let it spill. While that foot is hovering, I want you to slowly turn your head to the left and then slowly to the right. Do you feel that? Your ankle is dancing. It's making hundreds of tiny micro adjustments every second. That is your internal GPS recalibrating. You are teaching your brain to stay steady even when your eyes are moving. This is exactly what happens when you're walking and someone calls your name from the side. We're going to hold this for another 20 seconds, and then we'll switch legs. Take a deep breath. Switch to your left leg now. Lift it slightly. Feel the strength in your right hip. This hip muscle, the glute medius, is the general of your balance army. If this muscle is weak, your balance falls apart. By doing this flamingo tilt, you are strengthening that general every single day. Finally, let's move to phase 3, the tightrope step. Imagine there is a straight line on the floor in front of you. I want you to take one step forward, placing your heel directly in front of your toes, like you're walking on a tightrope. Now stay there, don't move. This is a narrow base of support. It's challenging, isn't it? Now while you're in this tightrope position, I want you to reach both arms out to your sides like the wings of an airplane. Now slowly, very slowly, tilt your wings to the left and then to the right. You might feel a big wobble here. That's okay. A wobble is just your brain learning a new skill. It's like a muscle aching after a workout. It means it's working. If you need to step out of it, go ahead. Take a breath and try again. We're going to repeat these 3 phases: the grounding, the flamingo, and the tightrope. By the time you hit the 3-minute mark, your brain is going to be buzzing with new information. Your feet are going to feel heavier and more connected to the floor. Remember, we aren't looking for perfection. We are looking for stimulus. Every time you wobble and catch yourself, you just prevented a future fall in the real world. You are building reflexive stability. Keep going for another minute. Focus on your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You're doing great. You are taking control of your independence, one tiny movement at a time. Now take a deep breath. Shake out your legs. You might feel a little bit of a buzz in your feet or a slight fatigue in your hips. That is a fantastic sign. It means your brain and your muscles just had a very important conversation. But here is the most important part of the 3-minute flow. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. You don't need to do this for 30 minutes. You just need those 3 minutes every single day. Think of it like brushing your teeth for your balance. You wouldn't brush your teeth for 2 hours once a month and expect them to stay healthy, right? Your balance is the same. It needs that daily software update to stay sharp. As you get stronger, you can make this flow even more effective. Once you feel totally steady with one hand on the counter, try using just 2 fingers. Then try using just 1. And eventually, see if you can do the entire flow with your hands hovering just an inch above the surface, ready to catch you, but not helping you. When you reach that level, you'll notice something incredible. You'll be walking down the street, and if you step on a loose stone or a patch of uneven grass, your body will react before you even think about it. Your internal GPS will be so fast and so accurate that you won't even feel that jolt of fear anymore. You will simply stay steady. That is the true definition of independence. It's the freedom to move through the world without being afraid of the floor beneath you. I want to hear from you today. Which part of the flow was the most challenging for you? Was it the flamingo tilt or the tightrope step? Write it down in the comments below. I read every single one, and your feedback helps me create better guides for our community here at the Fit Senior. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It helps other seniors find this information so they can stay safe and active too. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We have a lot more science-based secrets coming your way. From nutrition that heals your joints to habits that double your energy. Thank you for spending these 15 minutes with me today. You've taken a huge step toward a stronger, steadier future. I'm so proud of the work you're doing. Keep moving, stay curious, and I will see you in the next video.